And now you get to be on MSNBC. Rachel Maddow here. Guns kill people. Guns kill people. Why are you in favor of people carrying around guns all the time? We're going to begin with Mr. Pearson.
I went to Pennsylvania at one of the meetings of the Libertarian Party, and several or more of the participants were wearing guns, and it scared me. You know, I'm not going to take them on. You have the freedom knowing that people are out there that can protect themselves and protect you, and you're not going to be worried as much when you have the right to carry a gun, and you will have the option to carry a gun, and I believe we should have that.
Mr. Johnson.
Well, I don't think that constitutionally speaking, the Second Amendment could be any clearer. And I'm in the camp that believes very simply that if you outlaw guns, outlaws will have guns. As running for governor of New Mexico in 1994, what was a cutting-edge issue in 1994 was concealed carry. It wasn't as it is today. But then, in the primary, I was asked about concealed carry, and I gave my unequivocal support to concealed carry, believing that it would lead to overall less gun violence. That got me headlines for what I just thought was a common sense response to that question. I am not the guy that's going to legislate the caliber of bullet or the number of bullets in the clip.
Mr. Keller.
Well, I personally believe that guns don't kill people. People kill people, and if you take guns away from them, they'll find another way to do it. So, per the Constitution, Second Amendment, as Gary was just saying, is not the federal government's duty or responsibility or right to come and tell us what we can and cannot do. If it's not in the Constitution, okay, that's it.
Mr. Wright.
Well, Scott has hit on it briefly, and it's absolutely correct. You collected every gun on the face of the earth today, melted them all down, all the guns are gone. People be killing each other tomorrow with a knife, a baseball bat, with their hands. Folks, Cain killed Abel with a rock. And my point is, people do the killing. The greatest thing that we can do to defend ourselves is to arm ourselves. That is the great equalizer. I don't want to take on somebody in a hand-to-hand combat the size of Robert Butler. He's my friend, but he's going to take me down. I'm sorry. I got my .38. He's less likely to do so. Now, in all fairness, I want y'all to know I believe in gun control. That's why I use both hands.
Lee, you stole my line. I thought I was going to get that one.
I got one.
Well, I started in the NRA programs when I was in the 4th grade at Maxwell Air Force Base in Montgomery, Alabama. All I'd respond and just say what I could add would be, what part of the Second Amendment's no abridgment do you not understand? I'm a complete supporter of the Second Amendment.
Mr. Harris.
Each and every constitutional maid to my left here is exactly correct, so rather than reiterate that, I will remember that we're talking to Rachel Maddow and her listeners and go a little deeper and say that when I demobilized from Afghanistan here this last time in August of 2011, I did so within sight of the building where those horrific shootings took place at Fort Hood. And I remind her that that Fort Hood shooter did not go out to the rifle range where all the soldiers would have been armed to the teeth to commit his shootings. He went to an area where everybody is disarmed to do what he was doing. The school shootings that have happened, these shooters are going to places where they know that no one's armed and that the response time will take a while so they can kill as many people as possible. And if just one of those students at one of those colleges had been armed, They might have been able to defend themselves and the other innocents around them. And read. And then I would add this, that even just the barest reading of the Federalist Papers will reveal that it wasn't just for our self-protection that we were given the Second Amendment. It was to defend ourselves from a tyrannical government. And that's why, as your president, I will pardon every single person who is in jail for nothing more than exercising the right to keep and bear arms.